Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Federal government seeks increased support for anti-corruption bodies across Africa as Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka recommends arrest of corrupt leaders to make anti-graft fight effective. Security operatives take over Kano State House of Assembly complex as majority of the lawmakers move to impeach the speaker over alleged incompetence and corruption. Some members of the new PDP bloc in the All Progressives Congress deny claims of marginalization of the group in the APC, says allegations by the Baraje-led group. And over 50 killed at the Israel-Gaza border as violence intensifies following U.S. movement of its embassy to Jerusalem. Now, channelstv.com has more information for you, and on youtube.com/channelsweb, you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Besides giving you access to news updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app have an eyewitness feature that you can use to share pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu, and then follow the instructions. Now let's take a look at some of those pictures that were sent into our portal. Let's start off with this one from the Zaki Biam Ukari Road near Jota settlement in Benue State, showing the remains of 2 fuel tankers which went up in flames. There are no details as to the cause of this accident. And the next image is from Ofa in Kwara State, showing this school, which our eyewitness reporter says is in such a bad state that students have to learn outside the classroom. He's calling on relevant government agencies and well-meaning individuals to do something about it. And finally is this image from the Suleja Mina Highway in Niger State, showing a man sitting in the boot of a car with a cow. Our eyewitness reporter thinks this is dangerous for the man and the cow. Thanks for all the pictures that you sent in, and do send us some more. The President is in Jigawa State on a 2-day working visit to that state. President Muhammadu Buhari was received on arrival at the Dutse International Airport by the State Governor Badaru Abubakar and the Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje. Also on the entourage to receive the President were the Minister of Interior Abdurrahman Dambazau, as well as the Ministers of State for Aviation Hadi Sirika and that of Budget Zainab Ahmad. The President, who visited the Emir of Dutse on arriving in the state capital, reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to support the state government in completing the Greater Dutse Water Supply Project. The President also inaugurated the Disiner Solar Water Project, which is one in about 507 of its kind across the state. Other projects inaugurated include the 43-kilometer Tashegu to Guri Road, the 68-kilometer Abunabu to Guri Road, and the Hadija Valley Irrigation Project flagged off at Ayo local government. The President is expected to inaugurate the Jigawa Social Intervention Fund tomorrow after the mini agriculture show at the Aminu Kano Triangle in Dutse. The Plateau State High Court sitting in Jos has fixed Wednesday, May the 16th, for the arraignment of the former Plateau State Governor and Senator representing Plateau North in the National Assembly, Jonah Jang, for alleged financial misappropriation while serving as the governor of the state. Hearing on the trial failed to hold on Monday as the prosecutor could not produce Senator Jang due to what the counsel says is based on logistics. But the counsel to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission filed a motion ex parte since the case was not listed for arraignment and prayed the court to give the prosecution 2 days to produce the accused person in court. The defense counsel says he was disappointed that his client had been in the EFCC custody since May the 7th without bail and proper arraignment. The trial judge, Justice Daniel Longi, insists that the hearing can only commence on the bail application when the accused person has been properly arraigned. He has since fixed May the 16th to hear the bail application. To aviation now, and the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority has suspended indefinitely the air operator's certificate of First Nation Airways. According to the regulatory agency, The suspension is sequel to the airline's alleged continuous violation of the terms and conditions of issuance of its AOC, including carrying out unauthorized and illegal operations. The letter revealed that when the AOC of First Nation Airways expired, the airline did not have at least 2 airworthy aircraft capable of servicing its approved schedule as required by the NCAA Regulation 2015. Further investigation revealed that the airline had disregarded all warnings and continued with the unauthorized and illegal operations in violation of its AOC terms and conditions of issuance. Meanwhile, First Nation Airways has said it will not join issues in the media with the NCAA, but insists it complied with their directive. In a statement released by the Public Relations Officer of First Nation, the airline explains that the allegations are not safety-related, but rather commercial. It also insists that authorities in the aviation industry should be forward-looking and work with key players in the sector to facilitate policies that encourage industry growth. Well, let's cross over to Abuja now. Here's Gloria Umezoke. Hey, Gloria.
Hello, Jama. Good to see you. An estimated 4.5 million children in Nigeria under the age of 5 risk dying in the next 1 decade unless immunization is taken more seriously. Well, that's according to the Minister of Health, Professor Isaac Adewale, at the ongoing African Vaccination Week in Abuja, where he talked about the urgent need for collaboration with the public to scale up immunization exercise. The minister also decries the slow progress that is being made to make routine immunization more effective in Nigeria.
Vaccination against killer diseases have been long identified by medical practitioners as the most effective solution to reducing Nigeria's huge profile of neonatal death. Notwithstanding its acceptance by the Nigeria government, the 2016 report by the World Health Organization reveals that 1 in 10 newborns in Nigeria die before they celebrate their 5th birthday. 40% of these deaths are caused by preventable diseases.
As champions, they would have been now.
This meeting is part of government's efforts to reduce some of the existing gaps in routine immunization, as it seeks strong collaboration with civil servants to be advocates of vaccination in their communities.
The last estimate in 2016, however, indicates that 1 in every 10 children die before their 5th birthday. This is far too many lives lost annually. About 40% of these deaths are due to vaccine-preventable diseases, notably pneumonia and diarrhea.
Immunization and primary health care is beyond the Federal Ministry of Health. It will require interministerial, intersectoral collaboration to ensure that we are successful. Everybody going back to their community and taking out a few minutes to ask questions about how the primary health care center in your community is being managed.
On his part, the Minister of Health lists Nigeria's specific strategies to reducing neonatal death, which include the revitalization of primary health care centers across the country. He also highlights the huge danger that lies ahead if immunization of children is not given the needed attention.
The first thing is that we are not doing well with immunization. When you look across the country, only 1 out of 4 of our children has received the full dosage of the package, and that is unfortunate.
Building primary health care centers is one thing, but making them work optimally is quite another. And this, of course, is the most important decision that must be taken by citizens and the government to protect children adequately against killer diseases.
Well, the head of service of the Federation, Mrs. Winifred Oyoita, has asked those responsible for the implementation of the Federal Civil Service 2017 to 2020 strategy plan to go about it diligently and help the federal government save over 100 billion naira from its payroll by the year 2020. The head of service maintains that if fully implemented, over 2.5 billion naira would also be saved from digitizing content. She was speaking at a meeting with development partners and the project management team in Abuja. The Office of the Head of Service had in December last year launched a 4-year strategy plan to entrench efficient and productive civil service that will guarantee the country's socio-economic development.
I want to re-emphasize that the PMTs, in line with the objectives of the strategy, are expected to deliver the following key outcomes by the year 2020. One, a savings of 60 to 120 billion from the human resource, from the IPIS payroll, which will be gained from cleaning the HR data on IPIS. 2.5 billion naira annual savings from digitizing content. Today's meeting will therefore provide an opportunity to interact with the PMTs, as well as identify and agree on areas of interventions and support towards successful implementation of the 8 priority initiatives of the strategy. The current Federal Public Service Reform Initiative is timely. Therefore, I wish to use this forum to urge you all to support the initiative towards ensuring a sustainable socio-economic development of Nigeria.
The Ogun State and the federal government have given residents of Abeokuta and its environs whose buildings may be affected by the rail station project the assurance that they will be compensated. The Minister of Transport, Mr. Chibuike Amechi, reiterated this during an assessment of the project with the state governor, Ibikunle Amosun. He also announced that the main Abeokuta railway station will be relocated to the Moshood Abiola Trade Fair Complex in Okemoson. The minister, however, said the December 2018 deadline given to the contractors still stands, and the federal government is poised to build infrastructure that will last.
He was frightened. Now he agrees with me that we can locate it at the MK Abiola Trade Fair Center. Now this is where the station will be, if they can find a engineering solution. And they say they have to find a engineering solution so we can locate it here. Because the impact on the human, you do EIA. These are things you have to look at. So we'll likely locate it here. That's where the train is going to come from. But they must find a solution to how we can build the station here. So the station will be built here. We're building a station, a hotel, and a mall. So this place is also conducive for a station, a hotel, and a mall.
This is a new corridor that is coming from Lagos, and to run like that, to go through Olodo or Deda like that. So it's going to Ibadan, from Ibadan to Kano ultimately. So our people can go and relax, that we are not coming there to demolish over about almost 2,000 houses. Rather, we may end up demolishing maybe 100 houses, so be it. The rail must pass anyway. The rail is passing through this place. This is a new corridor. It's not the old corridor. Those that are affected, I'm using this to put them on notice. We will have to demolish, but they will be compensated. But it's not even beyond the compensation. We are looking at their comfort, at their being. That's why we say we cannot go there and demolish almost 2,000 houses.
When the News at 10 returns, Miners Association of Nigeria seeks federal government intervention in tackling illegal mining activities in the country. That's some business news. Let's join us again.